Hello, everybody. My name's Ryan. I am a certified ascension coach with Twin Flames Universe. And I wanted to get on here and just talk about, the true power of this work and how it has taken me um, from pure pain, despair, loneliness, anxiety into the opposite: peace, love, understanding. Um, what is the other word I wanted to use? Like determination to be better, to create for myself, to support others. And so, yeah, I just want to start by, really bringing it up that the twin flame journey can look really, scary, heavy, and feel really confusing. And so when we're, going through different stages of the twin flame journey, we don't really know where to go. Um, we start to look for answers on the internet. Maybe we're watching readings. Maybe we're checking out, YouTube videos. Now I'm sure a lot of people watch TikTok. Um, so Instagram. So what I really want to share is that there's no real core, teaching until Twin Flames Universe that has kind of laid it all out there. This is how you manifest divine love. And so I was on YouTube and I stumbled across many different, spiritual teachers, twin flame coaches that said they had this thing, but none of them really explained how they had manifested or how it had come to be for them. Right? So they were very lacking in the sense of depth, and their energy seemed like really ungrounded and just like there was no clear understanding. There was no clear format laid out. How did we get here? How did we actually come into union? And I had been off and on with my twin flame for 4 years. There was a lot involved: third party, children, fears from past relationships manifesting in ours. And so there was a lot of, purification needed in order to really come together. And I knew that, right? I knew that, like, this was my person, but I needed myself. I needed peace. I needed alignment with, the divine within me. And so my twin flame brought up twin flames, and she thought that this guy that was actually a fucking dickhead, sorry to use that language if it offends you, but that's how I talk sometimes. This guy was a real asshole, and I wasn't. And so what it really turned into between me and her was building that trust. And this, her marriage that she was in at this, was like a very open thing. It wasn't something that was romantic, but it was like a safety net with a friend, pretty much, that, was financially taking care of her, is the best way to explain it. Obviously, children involved, like I said. So there was a lot, right? There was a lot that I was going through. There was a lot mentally that I couldn't really let myself just be present with. And I was very in my head, and I was very judgmental towards myself at the time, and just going through a hard time with past breakups and like family stuff that I was going through. Um, so it was a lot of, family trauma mixed with an ex-girlfriend that kind of abandoned me. And so, there was a lot coming up in my twin flame union, um, that really, triggered me to join Twin Flames Universe, because I started watching Jeff and Shalia on YouTube. I came across their videos. I don't know how, I think it was just, well, I know that it was just, alignment with what I was ready to hear. And they were talking about how your twin flame is just a mirror of your own consciousness. And that really helped me to understand something. And it was that whatever my twin flame was presenting me, it wasn't actually that we didn't love each other, that we didn't get along. It was that we had shit coming up that needed to be cleared and purified within us. So I, really resonated with that. And then the mirror exercise was something they were sharing on how to really heal what is coming up in your consciousness. So it wasn't like there was, there was just an understanding. There was like a truth in it. That was like, dude, all I've wanted was peace. All I've wanted was to just be at peace within myself and with my twin flame, and I just don't know how to get there. But I know that that's what we need. What we need is me to focus on myself so my twin flame can focus on herself, and we don't need each other to feel good. We don't need to get high off of the good feeling, and then it's like, when you're feeling bad and you're being needy, like, I don't know how to deal with that, and I'm going to push you away, or I'm going to overgive because you're going through some shit. Like, that's toxic, right? And so what Twin Flames Universe teaches you is how to actually align with your twin flame through putting God first, putting love first, right? God is love. And so when you put love first, you manifest more love in your union. And there would be those moments where I'd actually surrender, and then she'd actually be like, you know what? Like, I do love you. I don't love this jerk. Or I don't really need this old relationship that maybe I thought was actually what was meant to be. Because my twin flame is just like me in the sense that she's very romantic, and she loves to be romanced. She loves to romance, but she also was working through her own confusion, and so it got a little out of hand at times, because we were both working through confusion and then projecting that onto one another and then getting upset about it, right? And then it just turned into more separation rather than more union. And it feels really good to talk about this, and just share how, and we're going to go deeper in how the work has really transformed me, and how separation has actually transformed me. And, I still have fear of expression that I'm working through, so bear with me here. But my twin flame, she had a lot of, if you want to look on the outside, baggage. And people be like, no, like, you shouldn't love this person, they're married, or you shouldn't love this person, they can't, honor you, they already have children, like, don't you want to be with someone that, like, already, like, is, like, your age, or is around your, like, life choices in a sense, like, maybe wants children, like, all these external things. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't have a choice here. I love this woman, and I only love her because my heart feels that connection, that spiritual oneness, that joy, that beauty in her, and it was her soul before anything else. Like, most physically beautiful woman that I ever, laid eyes on, but that wasn't what I gave a fuck about. What I really cared about was our friendship and my desire to just be myself and to love her for herself. And there was a lot of fear involved in that, like I said. So I was looking for these answers, and Jeff and Shalia had them. And I joined Twin Flame Ascension School, and went to an event in New York City, and my twin flame was like so magnetized to me when I went to that event. After, at first, she's like, if you go there, like, we're through. And then, she's like messaging me nonstop after the meetup, because she's feeling the attraction from the love that I received from Jeff and Shalia, and the insight that I received from them as well, to really walk this path with God and to know that I attract my twin flame energetically. And so it's really about releasing and purifying yourself of the ego, and that's what I learned in my first meetup with them. And then I joined Twin Flame Ascension School. A couple months later, became an Ascension coach. And I'm a certified Ascension coach through our community, right? And so it's really just about mastering the work, is how you can become an Ascension coach yourself. It's not like, because you're just showing people and you're leading them to heal through what is being presented for them. That's all that you're doing as an Ascension coach. And nobody claims to, be a therapist, doctor of the sort. But if you're open to the twin flame journey, and you're open to being supported through some things that feel really confusing in your consciousness, feel really confusing around, your awakening, and like the dark night of the soul, and these, traumas that come up, like Twin Flames universe is for you. If it's not the path that you're taking, that's fine. Nobody's trying to force that upon you, but if you're ready, this work is going to change you. So Twin Flame Ascension School is a bunch of classes where Jeff and Shalia are just sharing their experience in harmony, in harmonious union, and you will feel the vibration in the classes. It speaks for itself. And you're going to also have them go over a bunch of different twin flame scenarios, situations, to help you to see that it's only about a relationship with love itself. When you love yourself, when you love your life, and you let go of your judgments of yourself, of the ego, that maybe has a control over you in some way, whether you're seeing yourself as an abuser or a victim in some way to abuse, you can work through those feelings, and you can attract new reality. You can attract a reality that feels good, that feels divine and loving. And so it's really about knowing that there is a process here, and it's purification. That's what the mirror exercise does, is it helps you in each place where you feel upset, where you feel disconnected from the divine. Give yourself that love. Honor that love within you, and manifest it physically with your twin flame. And so, things went really intense, because I didn't have this work, right? And I wasn't really, I was in it, but I wasn't fully just embracing the work. I was embracing the story of, are we ever going to actually make this work? Is this actually going to happen? Are you going to leave your situation? And we talked, and it really came down to, Ryan, where are me and my kids going to live? Right? It was a foundation thing. It was it was a fear-based consciousness, but also, realistic for where I was at. I was not stable, financially, mentally, in a lot of ways. I was very anxious. When I was younger, I went through a lot of trauma through drug use, psychedelics, stuff like that. So I had a really unground, and then I had a heartbreak through that. So it was like the life was ripped out of me, before meeting my twin flame. So it was like, holy fucking intensity, man. When I met this woman, because it was actually somebody that was not, like, was thinking deeper and challenging me to be better. So, that was, the reasoning for like really jumping into this journey and becoming an ascension coach. Because I see that it's such a real thing to be on the twin flame path, and it's such a real thing to need support on the twin flame path, right? And so, yeah, what's very important is to see that our community is here for support. And I've spent years in this community now to get to the place that I'm in. To be feeling this good, looking this good. If you would have saw me before the journey, you would be like, that motherfucker is definitely numbed out. That guy is definitely going through some shit. And how I'm able to help others now, how I've been able to coach people into union, all speaks for itself. And I'm still working the process myself. In a community that proves itself by having union, by having harmonious union, not just Jeff and Shalia, but there are many couples in union and harmonious union in our community. And you can be one of those people. You can have your harmonious twin flame union. And what you'll see that's different about our community than others is that our community actually is sharing the way to healing separation. If you watch other twin flame coaches or, mentors, like, they're not going to tell you how to heal separation. They might say, like, you got to love yourself, you got to, like, prioritize you, but, like, how does it look to love yourself? Do the mirror exercise. Focus on that love. Focus on that divine presence with God. And allow yourself to just fully step into that divine love. I've been able to create a business that sustains itself. I have hired people to work for me and to help my business thrive because I'm doing so well with what I'm doing. I'm happy in what I'm doing. I've been able to heal, so much trauma within myself based on, having family things, that everybody, I'm sure, has dealt with in their life, at least to an extent. I've been able to heal through them. I've been able to, really open up and, claim the life that feels good for me. I'll be opening up a soccer company in the spring. Everything's happening for me. Everything that I could have imagined, and I realized that it had nothing to do with, getting my twin flame. It had everything to do with this work, and that attracts your twin flame. It's not about, this work is not about get your twin flame, punishing you into getting your twin flame. It's about loving yourself into your union, because your twin flame union is between you and God. So it's really about honoring what feels good. It's really about making good feeling choices that really feel good, that don't feel bad. We're not making bad feeling choices here. We're making good feeling choices, and we're creating a culture in the good feeling choice. Hey, buddy. So it's really about just honoring the good feeling choice, honoring the love in your heart. And as you honor the love in your heart, you manifest more of that love. And so all you have to do is try this workout. Just try it. Try it for yourself. And if you want to say that it's not real and it doesn't really work for you, that's fine. But what I challenge you to do is actually write out all of the steps of the mirror exercise. And I will leave in the description, a video that you can check out the mirror exercise. But you really want to be honoring each step and take it within and love yourself, and you will feel better if you actually choose to do it. But if you feel like it's not worth it for you and it's just a scam, like, that's fine too. Nobody's trying to persuade you to feel better. I just like to feel better, and I enjoy.
I'm fucking hot now. Shit for that.
Hey, we're back. So, yeah, I just wanted to say, like, this work has transformed my life. This work has helped me see that there is purpose in my life, and that there is an order to my reality, and it's divine. God is real, and God is only love, and it helped me to actually heal my religion upsets too, because you think like religion is this like punishment, and we have to punish ourselves in our lives. We have to feel guilty for who we are, for what we believe, whatever that is. And it's really just about honoring, the love in our hearts, and honoring God as love, and seeing that love, seeing God as love, and allowing ourselves to move deeper and deeper into that relationship with love itself. And that's what attracts our union. So it's all about God. There is nothing else here except the pursuit of God, and you're going to pursue your highest truth by pursuing God and seeing God as love, and seeing God as your ultimate love, and seeing God as divine Father and Mother, and allowing yourself to be loved in these ways, and to get clear on your relationship with divine Mother and Father by pursuing your own heart. Your heart knows the way. It's about letting go of the mind, letting yourself tap into the heart, and expressing your reality in this way. For me, being able to handle any situation that comes my way now, because of, the amount of momentum I've built with this work, it feels really relieving. It feels really powerful. It feels really freeing. I've never felt, so good. I've never had to I've never woke up and been like, wow, I'm actually living my purpose, until, this past year has been like monumental change for me. Really stepping into my work, really stepping into my relationship with God, and really just opening myself up to the truth that I am divine, and that I can have whatever I want. And I've been creating lots of wealth for myself, which feels really good. I have a strong following on TikTok, which feels really good. I have many clients that I work with. I have many employees that help me to build this business and to align with the teachings of Twin Flames Universe. And, a good amount of them have Twin Flame Ascension School. They're loving it because it's only loving. And when you see that, you know it. When you actually watch the classes and You allow yourself to just be present there instead of use your mind to judge. You use your heart to feel. You let yourself connect with the energy. You can feel what's real. You can feel what's true. But if you want to create a reality with your mind, you're never really going to get anywhere on your twin flame path. You're never really going to manifest your union. Because it all comes from within. It was all created within. And so you can allow yourself to align from within. You can allow yourself to step into what feels good and makes sense from within. You know, on this journey, you do desire support, right? You know, if you're actually on this journey, if you actually are experiencing the twin flame journey, you desire support. And maybe at first, you know, people are afraid of, you know, the financial aspect of like claiming support. First off, I just want to say that God will provide no matter what. Like, to get myself here, I was homeless at one point. I was living out of my car at one point, and here I am thriving with my own business, paying my bills. You know what I mean? So it's about trusting in the divine. It's about trusting that this work is actually going to allow you to go deeper into your relationship with the divine. And God is your bank account. God is in everything. And so God is your support system financially. God is your support system romantically. Every way, right? Hey, Blue, go out there, buddy. Thank you. And it's really just about knowing that you don't have to fear these things, and it's not to take from you. You know, I desire to support you, you know, and in giving to you, I receive something, right? This is a, you know, financial planet that we live on. And we have to honor that, right? And this is real work. This is real support. And only you will know that by choosing to go all in, by choosing to trust, by choosing to have faith that maybe there is something here for me that can support me in stepping into my, you know, highest high, my greatest life, the life of my dreams. We see in society that people are not really happy for the most part. They're not really doing what they love. They're not really loving who they love. They're maybe settling because money is such a crutch in this world, right? But I'll tell you that when you follow your purpose, when you follow your desire, you manifest all of the wealth that you need. You manifest all of the wealth that you truly desire. You manifest what is meant to be for you. And you manifest who is meant to be for you. Just by pursuing your heart of hearts, just by releasing your fear of what's meant to be. So faith is big, support is big, and I hope that if you feel, you know, that desire in your heart to be supported, and you've come across this video, that you claim your support and you can book your reading with me, your coaching with me. Really coaching, because the readings will point out the blocks, but the coaching helps you heal through the blocks. But whatever feels good for you to start. We have really affordable prices. I highly suggest getting involved in Twin Flame Ascension School if you feel like you can do it right now, because it is the answer to healing twin flame separation. It is the answer to having your union manifest. And what's important is to just see that there are others that are walking the path, that are actually actively healing and growing and ascending. And there are, unions there and here that are like within my community that are thriving because they're doing this work. And so it's just about trusting that when you do the work, you're going to get the results. The real good feeling is about loving yourself, doing it for you, just focusing on loving yourself and growing your vibration. Letting go of whatever judgment you have, letting go of whatever perception you have that is taking you from a divine perception, humbling yourself, and really just diligently working the process of putting you first and see how that works for you, see how that feels. Because you'll realize it's not about your twin flame. It's about God. It's about the divine. It's about facing your greatest fears. It's about loving yourself completely. It's about letting go of what is no longer serving you and people that are no longer serving you. If they're not loving you, you can't vibe with them. Right? And it's nothing against them. It's just you growing. Right? It's just you growing into who you're meant to be. So, I do feel good here. I feel complete on this podcast. I hope that you enjoyed this podcast, and I just ask that if you did, you could subscribe, you share this out with a friend. You can add me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. All the links will be in the description box. Thank you guys so much, and I look forward to creating more and more content for you, podcasts, and we'll have the whole team on the next podcast, so you'll get to meet everyone. Thank you guys, and God bless.